Novocaine was a surprisingly deep film that did not allow itself to be restricted to genre norms and cliches. Thanks to this, we got a movie that spoke to themes such as love and betrayal. Nathan Kane, played brilliantly by Jack Quaid, falls head over heels in love with a woman named Sherry Margrave. The actress Amber Midthunder plays Sherry, and she carries her weight in the film. It's especially impressive given that Midthunder is a relatively unknown actress to this point. Perhaps this will be her big breakout role. The film is about a guy who can't feel pain stopping bank robbers after they kidnap a woman who he is in love with. Sure, it sounds like something we've seen before, but in this case, there's a twist. It was enough of a narrative pull for me to check out this movie, but without spoiling much just yet, there's more to it than that. And that's where we get into spoiler territory. So if you're watching this video and haven't seen the movie yet and want to go without any spoilers, save this video to your watch later and come back to it. But if you've either already seen the movie or just don't care about spoilers, watch on. I really admired the fact that this film was willing to place Novocaine in different scenarios that would have him testing his air quotes superpowers, especially when it came to him getting a gun out of a fryer or punching through glass to fill his knuckles with shards of glass to fight a guy 10 times his size, or even when he tattoos an address to his hand. I'm not gonna lie though, I thought Nathan was pretty down bad for Sherry when he decided to tattoo his hand, though love is the main source of motivation for Nathan in this film. If Nathan didn't feel so strongly about Sherry, we would have no story. Nathan kills three men to save Sherry. It's kind of humorous that they all end up dying, both with the scenarios that they happen and with Nathan being a supposed hero of sorts. Though he assumes the role of a hero, he doesn't seem to have the same moral compass that heroes in comic book films do. I give plenty of brownie points to this film for the deaths happening. It made it seem more grounded and realistic of a concept, in spite of what seems like a ridiculous premise. Nathan ends up loving Sherry despite her flawed past. When they first hook up, she tells Nathan that we all have a past, and boy, she wasn't wrong. Okay, so, Sherry wasn't really who she said she was. I mean, sure, her name is Sherry, and she does work at a bank. She did have feelings for Nathan, so that much is true. But she was the sister of one of the bank robbers. She only worked at the bank to aid her brother in robbing the place. But what didn't make sense to me by the end of the movie is how she continued to go along with her brother if he's killed people before, which is something that was frowned upon in her book. He killed one of her coworkers. Yet, when Sherry confronts her brother about this, he said it wasn't the first time that this happened. Sure, Sherry's brother is his own person, so she can't exactly prevent him from killing people should he choose to do that. But she can, however, stop helping him commit crimes that lead to these scenarios happening. To me, that makes her an accomplice. And this is where the movie becomes a little controversial. If you were Nathan, would you forgive her past? I'm not so sure that I would be quick to forgive. But by the end of the film, it's been a year since the events of the movie had happened. Perhaps Nathan Kane spent some time being angry with Sherry Margrave before forgiving her. Maybe he's just more forgiving than I am in general. That's where betrayal becomes a main theme of this film. I don't know if I could forgive the things that Sherry did. She repents before her brother is killed by Nathan. Sherry ends up being given a quite light sentencing, and she and Nathan are still together at the end of the film, which I get it. It's supposed to be a sort of dark rom-com at the end of the day. So of course they end up together. But Nathan Kane must have some jacked up moral compass to be in love with Sherry still. Then again, he went through all that trouble to save her, so it's probably unrealistic to assume that he dumps her considering how much he went through to protect her. I went into Novocaine expecting Jack Quaid to be playing Huey from The Boys, and boy, no pun intended, was I pleasantly surprised. He wasn't Huey in disguise. His character is fully three-dimensional in his own right. I was pleasantly shocked to find that this movie didn't suffer from what many do. This film was unique enough to stand on its own 2 feet. I can't say it was perfect, but the movie itself was quite enjoyable, even with the issues I had. So I give it a positive review. It's definitely worth a watch and it sparks up an interesting conversation about morals at the end of the movie. What did you think? Until next time, everyone, please let me know in the comments below what you thought of this movie. And to get more videos like this in the future, please like and subscribe to my channel.